hello. You caught me mid-yawn. Hey, house guests. Welcome to today's Big Brother 22 updates and spoilers. What's up? Our house guests of the day are Alexander Hewitt and S. Dean. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And before we get started, I also want to thank yesterday's super chatters because you guys are amazing and we couldn't make this show without you either. So Jefferson Tucker, Brant Phillips, Angela H., Jordan Fuqua, Gia R., Adley Bruges, and Janine Hanberger. Thank you all so much. You are wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Before we get started, wait, refresh my screen? Or refresh your screen? Hello. Before we get started, I just wanted to say this is not my knees, guys. This is a travel pillow that I like to put on my lap so that I could see my notes better. But thank you for the concern about my weird legs. All right. We have some things to talk about here. Lots of things to discuss. So, oh, the viewers. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. All right, just making sure. So when we left off yesterday, Christmas and Memphis up on the block. Nicole won the power of veto, and she's planning on leaving her nominations the same. Big surprise there. Memphis is her target this week, but he thinks that Enzo and Cody are going to keep him. He does not realize that he is the target. Yikes. So Christmas is trying to come up with a plan to get Nicole to use the power of veto so that she and Memphis can both be safe this week and that Nicole would put up Enzo or Cody. No way. No freaking way. So anyway, Memphis checks in with Christmas in the key bedroom and she gives him his instructions. You need to go talk to Nicole, offer her a deal, stress how stingy you are about working with people, play up the whole lone wolf thing so that she won't think that you have other deals going on, and let her have the power in this discussion. Make sure she feels like it's her decision. So after he gets his instructions, Memphis squeezes Christmas's leg and leaves to talk to Nicole. What is going on with these two? What is going on? I know a lot of people were talking about this. I know a lot of people were even talking about this in the chat yesterday, wondering if Memphis and Christmas kissed the other night. I did see the clip that you guys were talking about, and I have to say, I do not think that they kissed. I think that would be a really freaking bold move, considering both of them are in relationships. But no, I don't think that they kissed, but I do think that there is a mutual attraction there, and they've been very flirtatious. There have been a lot of insinuations and like double entendres, but yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So anyway, after Memphis leaves the room, Christmas is all like, plan activated. Okay, good luck with that. I mean, I give her props for trying, but like, there's no way. All right, so Memphis was in the HOH room with Nicole, and Memphis says, I don't expect you to use the veto. Obviously, you made the nominations. I think you have a plan in your head. I don't think anything that I say is going to change that. Now, Nicole, she knows that she's not going to be using this veto, but she's going to entertain what Memphis and Christmas have to say because she doesn't want to just like slam the door in their faces because they're going to be going to the jury, or at least one of them will be going to the jury this week. So Nicole's like, I don't know. I mean, there's always potential. So Memphis says, I think as we get this far down, like in the game, it's like the idea to use the veto seems crazy to me, but maybe that's just the way that I think about it. I mean, with this group of people, they've been saying all season, like, you can't use the veto. Nobody can use the veto. So boring. So Nicole's like, I think if I were to use the veto, that person would have to go type thing. She says, I'm not just going to put somebody up for fun. And Memphis is like, this is all I'm going to say. If you do want to do that, you want to use the veto and make a move, just keep me in the loop so that we can work something out. Like you should get something out of this if you're going to do it. He says, there's leverage in there for you and me. So he says, I'm open to whatever. We can talk about it. And Memphis says, I've been going down this path alone. Come on. But, and keep in mind here, Nicole knows about the two Wise Guys alliances. She knows that Memphis is aligned with every other single person that's left besides her. So Memphis says, I do think that you and me are beneficial to each other's games when it comes to the end. And Nicole says she agrees. Memphis is like, we could easily take each other to the end, and there's a chance that either one of us could win. And Nicole agrees that it would be up in the air. She says, I want to go up against somebody that I think I actually have a shot against. You know, I don't want to go to the end with somebody that I think I'm going to lose to 9-0. Well, why are you going with Cody then? So Memphis says, yeah, that's a smart way to play it. You definitely want to go to the end with somebody that you think you can beat. So Memphis says, I don't know who your target is this week. You don't have to tell me. And Nicole claims, I don't have one. It's him. So Memphis says, let me know if you just want to keep it the same and let the guys decide so that I can at least campaign to them. And Nicole says, yeah, definitely. So Memphis says, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to bug you about it. We're just going to have fun this week. He's not going to say any more. That's not true. And then he's like, I did want to say one thing, and this has nothing to do with game. Memphis says, I think getting to know you has been effing awesome. And I have a tendency to tell people this because I think it's important. I think you're the cutest. I think your spirit is amazing. And I really hope no matter what, we're friends. And he says, I just feel like I could be friends with your whole family. Oh my God. And Nicole's like, oh, definitely. She says, I think you're awesome too, blah, blah, blah. That's wonderful. So then after Memphis leaves, Nicole's like, oh, I feel like a jerk face. I feel like a jerk because he said that it's been nice getting to know me and I'm cute and fun-spirited. And I've been dogging on him all season. So then Nicole asks, why am I such an asshole? She says, even though I was going to be his target this week, right? Like he supposedly was going to target her. I feel like it would have been insane for Memphis to go after Nicole and not like Cody, but I think like he would have done that, which is crazy. So yeah, Nicole says, I do like that people like me. That's pretty cool. Okay, so later, Nicole, Cody, and Enzo were chatting in the kitchen, and Nicole, she is stuck on this right now. Nicole says that she thinks that Christmas is still pissed that Nicole only shared her HOH wine with Cody and Enzo the other night. She said, and when Christmas came up to the room, Nicole tried to hide with the bottle in the bathroom. She like ran to the HOH bathroom and Christmas knew about it. So Nicole tells Enzo and Cody, I've come up with a cover story for the wine thing. So she says, if Christmas asks you about it, tell her that I had a glass of wine on Thursday and Friday nights, and there was only a little bit left, so I shared it with you guys. Does Christmas actually give a shit about this wine? I feel like no, but Nicole is turning this into a big thing. So Cody seems really annoyed by this conversation because he thought that this was going to be like a game chat, but Nicole is just talking about this wine. So Nicole says, this is game, Cody. Stop making your ugly faces. She said, sharing alcohol in this house is very intimate. She says, stick to the damn story. So she brings up a good point here. Like, Christmas thought that she was closer to Nicole than the guys were. And Nicole sharing her wine with the guys kind of confirms that's not the case. So I mean, she does make a good point there, but I also feel like she's blowing this way out of proportion. Like, this is not that big of a deal. But Nicole's like, oh yeah, Christmas, you know, after seeing this, she might not even try to convince me to use the veto now. Yes, she will. Okay, so Nicole is then saying, oh, I really respect Memphis's game. He already talked to me and he gave me lots of compliments. I guess that kind of resonated with her then, but Nicole and Cody were then play fighting as they do, and Nicole says, if you guys don't vote Memphis out this week, I'm going to be pissed. Nicole says the only way that I can guarantee that Memphis goes is for me to use the power veto on Christmas and kind of like save face with her and put one of you buttheads up next to Memphis. She's not actually going to do that, but she's messing with them. So Enzo promises they're not going to change their mind on the vote. They're going to vote out Memphis this week. We shall see. Okay, so a little later, Cody and Enzo were alone in the kitchen. And Enzo's like, why is Nicole so worried about the effing wine, yo? I know, right? And Cody says this is what Nicole does. Yeah. She gets fixated on these like little ridiculous things. But anyway, Enzo, imagine if like this actually did blow up and Christmas like freaked out about it like days later. It'd be wild. Or it was like Christmas was in the jury and Nicole was in the final two, and Christmas was like, I'm not voting for you because you didn't share your wine. Anyway, Enzo says, I really think if we keep Memphis, that's better for me and you. So Enzo has been questioning if it's really the right move for them to take out Memphis pretty much all week now, and he's not stopping with that. He still thinks that it would be better for them to keep Memphis. And Cody's like, I don't think so. Who do you think that you can beat easier in the competitions, Memphis or Christmas? And Cody says, Christmas. So Enzo says, yeah, but at this point, I don't know. Memphis is in a slump. I'm in that slump too, yo. And I think Enzo's getting really nervous because he's not winning the competitions lately. So Enzo says, I read Enzo as even. Enzo says, if one of us is nominated next to Nicole next week and Christmas wins the power veto, she's going to cut us and she's going to keep Nicole. Yes, Christmas definitely would cut one of the guys to keep Nicole around. But Enzo says, I don't think Memphis would do that. I think Memphis would get rid of Nicole. And Cody says, here's the thing. If Christmas beats you in that Final Four POV competition, you deserve to go home. Wow. Wow. Okay. So Memphis, he says Memphis is a way bigger threat, and he would probably want to take me out next week. But I don't know that that's the case, because I really do feel like Memphis would still want to get rid of Nicole and go to the end with Cody and Enzo, which just seems insane. But that's the vibe that I'm getting. So, I mean, maybe after this week, not as much, but I would say going into this week for sure. So, yeah, Cody is still on the we need to get rid of Memphis train. So Cody also says, I think that Christmas would want to split up me and Nicole, not me and you. So he's trying to say that Christmas would get rid of Nicole next week, which is definitely not the case. She would take Nicole in the final three. But anyway, Memphis joins them in the kitchen. They laugh about Christmas being all over Nicole. And Memphis says she's wishing upon an effing star. He's referring to Christmas trying to get Nicole to use the veto. So Memphis says, let her spin out. Whatever. The wise guys will get the last laugh. Yeah, 2 out of 3 of them. So anyway, I mean, Christmas is a wise guy too. I don't think she's going to be crying though when Memphis is evicted. She's going to be upset. I mean, she's not going to be laughing. She will be crying. Okay, so eventually Memphis and Enzo talk alone, and Memphis is telling him all about the conversation that he had with Nicole earlier. And I just want to say too, like, Memphis told Cody about it too. It's not like he only told Enzo, but whatever. So Memphis says, obviously, Nicole's not going to use the veto. It would F everything up for her. It's just ridiculous. But Memphis says the good thing is, I don't know if Nicole and Cody have anything together. Because he says Cody seems nervous that he's going to maybe get backdoored this week. Oh my God, stop! It's called acting. And Cody's not that good at it. But yeah, Memphis is questioning, like, do Cody and Nicole even have anything? Are they even that close? Okay, so Enzo says, oh, well, I feel like I'd be going up if somebody comes down off the block. Who the F knows at this point? Yeah. All right, so Memphis is like, we can't have Nicole use the power veto, and then we just have to get Christmas out. Memphis does not realize the danger that he's in this week. So Enzo says, that's it. Once Nicole locks it, we have the votes. Yeah, for Memphis to go. So, but then again, Enzo is not really decided yet, and it seems like he actually wants Memphis to stay, but it's going to come down to what Cody and Nicole decide. Let's be real. So then the feeds were in and out last night, and I believe, again, they were covering up outside time for the house guests because, they want to avoid more wall yellers. So, yeah, very frustrating as a feeds viewer to miss out on like hours and hours of important game discussion. Or not. So, yeah, Cody and Enzo later were discussing the vote again, and it's the same points that they were making earlier. Enzo is worried about getting snaked next week. He wants to keep Memphis. And Enzo says, I want to make sure even if we don't win that power veto competition, we're still going to make it to the final three. He's really worried about his competition performance lately. I think it's freaking him out, too, that Nicole has been doing better. So, yeah, Cody is pushing that Memphis has to go. He is a stronger competitor than Christmas, and he says that Nicole wants them in the final three with her. He says Nicole is going to be loyal to that. All right. So then there was a late night conversation. Here we go. Christmas in the HOH room with Nicole. Okay, we missed the beginning of this conversation. The feeds were not on them for the beginning, but when we do see them, Christmas says Cody is going to smoke us all. She says, I don't know what he has with you or what he has going on with Enzo. So then Nicole is downplaying her relationship with Cody. She's like, well, he voted to keep me during the triple, but I mean, other than that, come on. Oh my God. So Nicole says, I have a gut feeling that you're going to stay this week if I leave the nominations the same, because the guys see Memphis as a competition beast. That's got hurt that they are not saying that about Christmas. But anyway, Christmas says Memphis hasn't done well lately. So she's nervous that if she stays up there, she might go. So Christmas says, honestly, I'm campaigning for Cody to go. She makes it very obvious she wants Cody up on the block and for them to vote him out. She says, we won't make it to the final two together with Cody here. So she says, I know you're concerned about me and Memphis and us being close, but Christmas downplays their relationship. Sure. And she says, he hasn't committed to me. Like, we don't have anything in the game. Right. Again, Nicole knows about both Wise Guys alliances. So Nicole says, I get the Cody thing for sure. He's an animal. He could potentially win out the rest of the season. And then Nicole says, I don't trust Memphis. I want him to leave. So she says, Memphis put me up on the block, and I think he would cut me any second he could. I want to get him back for nominating me during the triple. So she also says, I know that Memphis must have other deals in this house. And that makes me want him out. So Nicole tells Christmas again, I want to sit next to you in the final two. And Christmas says, me too. Nicole again says, I think if I leave the nominations the same, you'll stay this week. Because the guys are going to want to go blah, blah, blah. The guys will want to take out a bigger target. But Christmas is concerned, what if the guys have a final three deal? Cody and Enzo are definitely locked in together. And if they have something with Memphis, they're going to honor that. And I'm going to be gone. So Christmas is then telling Nicole how to play her game. She's suggesting, oh, you should go and make deals with Memphis and Enzo. Basically like blackmail them. And Christmas is telling Nicole, go into next week having a deal with me, Memphis, and Enzo. We'll all take you to the final three. So Christmas keeps pushing that Cody is going to win this whole thing if he stays. And Nicole admits Cody is the best competitor here. But Memphis scares the crap out of her. And I just feel like from this conversation, it should be abundantly clear that Nicole has a final 2 deal with Cody. But I don't know if anybody's going to pick up on that because of the way the season has been going. But Nicole says, in order for me to do like a backdoor move this week, I would have to make a really serious deal with Memphis, and I'd have to really believe him. It's not going to happen. She's just trying to placate Christmas here. But Nicole agrees to talk to Enzo and see what he's thinking about all this. So then Nicole pulls Enzo up to the HOH room to chat one-on-one. And she tells him, Christmas wanted me to talk to you, so I just called you in here to make it look like we're talking. So, of course, she lets Enzo know that Christmas is trying to get Cody backdoored. She tells him all about the conversation. And Nicole says, I'm not doing it. I want Memphis out this week. And Enzo says he's still on board to vote Memphis out. Is he? So then eventually Cody joins them, and Nicole is telling him all about Christmas trying to get him backdoored, blah, blah, blah. And they all agree. Memphis is going this week, and Christmas is going next week. Okay. So then a little later, Memphis chats with Nicole again in the HOH room. It's a bit late for him. This was like 1:45 a.m. That's way past his bedtime, so you know he's serious about this. So Nicole says, well, I just talked to Christmas. I talked to Enzo about potentially doing some sort of backdoor plan. So Memphis was like, what do you want to do? Are you going to do it? And he says, Cody is a force to be reckoned with. It seems like there's something there between Enzo and Cody. Cue something there from Beauty and the Beast. So Memphis, again, offers Nicole a deal. This was pretty similar to the one that he offered her before the nomination ceremony. So he said, if I win the veto next week, you're coming to the final 3. And he was like, I don't want to say for sure that I would take you to the final 2 if it's up to me. Because he says it would depend on who's there. And I don't want to like make some deal that I can't follow through on. Nicole's like, yeah, I get it. So he says like, okay, if it was me, you, and Christmas in the final 3, then yeah, I would definitely take you to the final 2. All right. So Memphis again is claiming that he doesn't have any other deals with anyone. Nicole knows that's BS. And Nicole says she's going to touch base with him tomorrow when she's decided what she's going to do. So after the conversation's over, Nicole's talking to the cameras and she's like, they think I'm an idiot. She's really stressed out from leading Memphis and Christmas on, letting them think that there's a chance that she would use this veto. She's not going to do it. She says she's not even contemplating this move. So then Nicole says, Cody is playing such a good game, but it's not a secret. And she says, I'm playing a good game, but it is a secret. Okay. So then today, Christmas was still trying to get Nicole to use the veto and put up Cody, like basically up until the ceremony, pretty much. She's not going to do it. But Christmas was making pretty much the same arguments that she has been the last few days. Nicole also chatted with Memphis in there. And Memphis basically told her, if you want Christmas to stay this week, I'm confident that I can get the guys to keep me. So he's basically telling Nicole, if you want Christmas to stay, you need to change the nominations because I'm going to stay over her. Someone is confident. So Nicole's like, oh, no, I'm fine with Christmas going. She basically lets Memphis know she's not going to be using the veto. She says, I'm fine with Christmas going. She tried to vote me out. So just to let you guys know, Nicole definitely still wants Memphis out, but she's telling him what he wants to hear right now. She's not going to say, you're my target. So yeah, Memphis is still her target, but she's saying like, I'd be fine with Christmas leaving. What? So then they had the power veto ceremony. Nicole did not use the power veto, which means that Christmas and Memphis remain up on the block. One of them will be leaving on Thursday. So Nicole and Cody chat after it's all done. And Nicole saying, I felt like Christmas and Memphis were pretty much insulting me when they were trying to campaign to me because they were basically telling me that they would take me to the final 3 because I suck. So Cody and Nicole both still agree they want Memphis to go this week. He needs to go this week. And they still say that they're going to take each other to the final 2. And Nicole says, even if it makes me look stupid, like I'm still going to do it. We'll see. We'll see. Do you guys think that Nicole and Cody will stay loyal to each other all the way till the end? I could see it. Nicole's already won. What does she care? So we've got 3 days left until the eviction. As of right now, hi! As of right now, hello. Memphis is going to be leaving, and he doesn't realize it. So, hi! We'll see if that changes. We'll see if they tell him. It'll be interesting. Oh. Right, baby boy? But I want to thank all of our super chatters because you guys are amazing. So Caleb Corey, thank you so much. Rachel McClung, thank you so much. Angelica C, thank you so much. And she has a question. Wondering about your thoughts on Nicole A and her partner on YouTube, the negative comments regarding Janie, etc. She's not the same person that she was in her previous season. Yeah, okay. So
I think you kind of spoke about this before.
I've talked about it a little bit before. I kind of feel like
she's not the same person she was.
I would say she seems different. Like, I'm glad that she's more confident now. I don't know how to put this delicately.
Say it.
I'm just not the biggest fan of her co-host. I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm just saying, like, and people change, and like, if he's more positive now, then that's great. But like, I know he's definitely been negative in the past. But I mean, so have we. So like, yeah, I'm sure there's a crap ton of people that hate our guts too. So
I'm sure
fine.
There are.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not a huge fan of it. But if she's enjoying it and doing well, then good for her. But I don't know. It's not really my thing. Okay. But thank you for your question. I wish I could have given you a better answer, but I tried. Hello, baby girl. Okay. And thank you so much for the super chat. Okay.
In all honesty, we've never really seen their stuff.
I mean, I've seen stuff on Twitter and
okay, but
I just feel like he can be really like condescending and rude to people even now. So I don't like that. I don't think that's cool. But Adley Bruges, thank you so much for the super chat. You're awesome. Travel K, thank you so much. Kathleen Marie, thank you so much. Vajra, thank you so much. And they have a question. What did you think of the BB Can season 1 fiasco with Topaz and her 1000% locked in mistake? Oh my goodness.
I was so pissed.
Yes. So we watched season 1. I think it was like a week before season 2 started of BB Can. We didn't watch that season live, and like we didn't know what had happened because we didn't hear the spoilers about it. But when we watched it, we were just like, we were shook when Topaz made that mistake, and the whole thing was so crazy when Arissa was like, "No, like it's locked in, we can't change it." I felt so bad for Gary because I was rooting for him. It was wild. I'm honestly surprised that hasn't happened more than once. But yeah, it was freaking crazy. Season 1 was pretty fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Season 1 was a good time.
Excuse me, sir. You're making a meal over here.
Oh, thank you so much for your question and for the support. And Maria B, thank you so much. You're amazing. So generous. So, oh wait, and we also have, I need my pen. We also have, bless you, Annie Tenney. She said, thanks for all you both do. Who are you wanting to not win the most? Thank you so much for your question and for the support.
Cody.
You're not wanting Cody to win?
No.
Cody annoys me sometimes, but like I really do feel like he's the most deserving out of who's left because he has had the most control over this game, you know, and even winning all those competitions, you would think he would be such a huge target. But when was anyone even thinking about targeting him until now?
Is it because they think he's dumb?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but
hey, we'll just keep this dummy around. He won't do anything.
Yeah. So I guess out of all of them, assuming that Memphis goes this week, I would say I wouldn't want Christmas to win. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay. So we're going to go. Thank you all again so much for the support. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, America.
Yeah. I don't have any Julie words of wisdom today.
No.
But anyway, we'll see you all.
No, I do.
What?
Lift from the knees, not the back.
Good one.
Yes.
Yeah, so there is an episode tonight, guys. Don't forget. So we'll be back later with our recap. So we'll see you then. And until then, much
Bye.
love.